Come on, is you ready? Is you ready? I'm ready. What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Creative Emotions. I am your host, Vaquita Q. Taylor, and I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for those that are watching, those that are anticipating this conversation when it comes to the strong woman, when it comes to putting that cape down. Did I tell you that's what it was? Had to tell them. So we are waiting on Miss Kina Johnson. It's all good in the hood, honey. Take your time and get here safe. We had a little address discrepancy, but it's okay because she's going to be coming in and, again, telling it how it is. So I want to welcome you to the show. Here you will get motivation, encouragement, information, inspiration, empowerment, transparency, and these good vibes, okay? It ain't nothing you can do about that. And that's what I want you to know. So again, if this is your first time, I want you to go ahead and subscribe. Oh, not I did it too. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. And every week, it'll be something that will encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Every week, it will be something that will hold you accountable. Right. And that's what we need as adults. Like, you know, we are only as grown as we have been raised unless we do the work. Right. Some people, fathers and mothers have left them and they fend for themselves. And so we don't know until we're triggered. We don't know until certain things happen. Like, you know what, I got some work to do, or there's some things I need to handle, or some things I need to work out on with myself. And so that's what this platform is for, just so you can do the work, just to say, you know what, I need to fix my attitude. I need to work on my time management. I need to learn how to forgive. I need to learn how to just be quiet. I need to learn how to hold myself accountable. This is what this platform is for. Again, if this is your first time watching, thank you so much for coming and joining in. While I'm waiting on my, is she coming? I left the door open so she can come on in. But yeah, so if you have not received your copy of I Want My Own Husband, Mindset and Standards on Marriage, the book is available. www.thecreativeemotions.com. I want you guys to go on over to the website and support. This book is a really good book. It's a book about different people in different relationship situations that come to the realization to say, you know what? I want my own husband, or I want my own wife. This is not just for women. I know the title may be a little deceiving at times, but this is not just for women. It's for men as well. I know this one is a little, can you see it? Boom, bam, okay? I Want My Own Husband, Mindset and Standards on Marriage. You can get your copy at www.thecreativeemotions.com. As soon as you order, it will be sent out. It's an amazing read as well, so just be mindful of that. You can get your copy. So Poetry and Conversations. I want you guys to set your calendars for March 15th, 2024. Poetry and Conversations. I have a comedian coming, Miss Sherry So Ultra. She came last time. It was her first time getting on a mic, and she did an amazing job. And she's been going around the city, and she's been supporting different venues, getting herself out there. So she will be the feature at Poetry and Conversation. This is her first time. This will be her second time coming there. But it is a $15 cover. It is $20 after 9 o'clock. This is a whole event, okay? This is a date night, a ladies' night. If you want to just hang out with your fellas, we have conversation time where we kick it, we talk, and it's just it's a time where you won't be judged, right? I pass the mic, people write down on cards, whatever it is that they want to talk about. And then we talk about it. We pull from the bag and we kick it. Then I have a poet come up, and then we pull from the bag and we kick it, and we pass the mic, and we're adults about it. And so if you're not doing anything, March 15th, it's at 8 o'clock p.m. 21573 Grand River. That is the address, 21573. If you are just joining, I am waiting on Miss Kina Johnson. We had a little technical difficulties with the address, so we're going to keep it going. So today's show is about strong women taking the cape off. take the cape off. Take off this facade, this demeanor, this baggage. A lot of times, just like as, single mothers, people use it as a badge of honor. A lot of times this is something that we have to do, not nothing that we want to do. And so we have to be mindful that we are not lifting up this, I'm a strong, independent woman, and that's the first thing to come out of your mouth versus you being a human first. It's so many times I had conversations with men, and the first thing women talk about is what they have going on. I got my degree, I got this, I got that, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I used to be one of them. And I used to talk about all of this stuff that I did, and I'm like, for what? Why? Like, hello, my name is, there's so many other things you can talk about, but I noticed that about myself, that I would have conversations with people, and then I would talk about the things that I did. And so now, being in a different arena, I'm really like, I don't want to talk about none of it. I get up there and I'm facilitating the class, and they're like, tell us where you're from and what you're doing and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to do all of that. So you have your moments where you do that. Come on in, beautiful. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Go right here.
Hi.
What's up, beautiful?
Hey, baby.
Show must go on. Hey, Nikki. Yes, and the show goes on. Yep, put her on in there. Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, you can put that on.
I like your hair.
Thank you so much. So we can, we go with the flow. I let everybody know we had a little discrepancy in the address, but you in the building.
Hey, everybody.
Should have put that West up in there, and I usually do, right? I usually do it. So we gonna wait till he get your camera set up. But what I was talking about was meeting people, and initially you telling everybody what you do. I'm this and I'm that, and I do this and I do that, and I got a degree and I got that. And I talk to a lot of men, and they like, okay, like, why are you telling us this? So a lot of times we don't have to lead with what we do, because it's what we do. And again, as strong women, and I used to operate in that energy, and I'm not saying that I'm not a strong woman, because I feel like some people, they look at it negatively. So I want to introduce my guest for today, the beautiful, the one and only, Miss Keena Johnson. Give it up for her.
Look at me. Hey.
Oh, God, don't get mesmerized. It is mesmerizing looking in there, honey.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah, just thinking about that. Again, we're talking about, ladies, take the cape off. We have been strong. We've been doing it. A lot of times it's because we have had to do it, right? And if you are not setting yourself up, you're going to continue to have to do that. But living in survival mode, I feel like it's actually hurt us. So what do you think about that?
Yes, I think so as well. I just went to eat with one of my girlfriends not too long ago, and she was talking about how she had the hardest time allowing her man to pay for things or do things.
That's
and
a
I'm
real
like,
thing.
I said, why? That's your man. Why?
That's a real thing.
There's no way. And she said that's things that she has to work on.
It is.
And I said, oh, you need to hang with me a little more often. I'll help you.
Somebody said late as usual. Eric Johnson said late as usual.
You know
no,
what?
she wasn't late, Eric. She wasn't late. She was actually on time. We had a discrepancy between West and East. That's all. Okay. But look in that green when you're talking to the audience, right there in that screen.
I was on time.
Having somebody pay for your stuff, sometimes it's like, I don't want to have to owe you. Or I don't want you to look at me. Because we hear the conversations that men say, the women only want their money, or, or she just want to,
or can you take me on the date that you asked, the dates that you asked for?
Yeah. I don't like that.
We take our 10-year-old kids on those dates, sir. We got kids that are going to Ocean Prime and stuff. We'll stop that.
So it's like, that's kind of a turnoff for me. For a man to say, is you paying, or is you going? I feel like this, and this may be a little controversial, but I feel like a man should initially plan to pay off rip. Absolutely.
Yes, I agree.
And allow the woman to take the tab, because you have women that will, and I do. Again, I used to do it excessively, because I didn't want anybody to think like, oh, she, you know, whatever it is
I've
that
never
I
done
felt
it
like they was
excessively.
thinking in their mind.
I've never done it excessively, but I
seriously,
have
like, oh no,
done
I
it.
got it. To the point where somebody was offended that I actually took the bill. Like, no. Some men, they feel like that's a bruise to their ego. If
think
you
it
trying
is.
to, you know, pay the bill or take the bill. So we got a caller. Hi, welcome to Creative Emotions. Who am I speaking with?
You are speaking with Auntie
You said who?
Pat.
One more time.
Auntie Pat.
Oh, hi, Auntie. How you doing?
I'm great.
Nice. So, Auntie, we're talking about taking the cape off and women just operating in this strong energy and saying they don't need a man, and they're turning men off. And so, what would you have to say about that?
Well, I'm not a person that loves that comment about I don't need a man. We were created to be with each other.
Okay,
right.
period.
That's right.
Come on
So
through here.
we need to take that cape. You know, the word strong to me,
Mhm.
strong women,
Yeah.
we're strong women. It doesn't mean the strength as far as you can pick up 5 pounds, 12 pounds, 15 pounds.
Right.
It's the role that you play in society.
Come on now.
I'm not going to ever say that we as women don't need men. We need men. We
Absolutely.
don't need boys. We don't need males.
Yeah.
We
Ooh.
need men.
Oh,
And
you
what
talk.
we're
I
missing
agree.
is men. There's no men out there teaching men how to be men.
Oh, that part. Okay? That entire part.
male.
Well, it is a few, but we need more.
We have males
Mhm.
out here teaching young males how to be males.
Wow. That's huge.
And we can learn from certain animals, you know. It's still traditionally the male animal takes care of this role and that role, and the female animal has her role.
Yeah.
But we, as so-called strong women, we want to stand in the front. We want to take control. It's not our place.
That's good.
Not disrespectful, but as a woman, we need to know our place.
That is true.
I agree.
Our place. You know, we bear the children. We take care of the husband.
Mm-hmm.
We make the phone calls. We make the groceries. We do all of that. That's our place. I'm not saying
Everything.
that you can't be a CEO of your company. I'm not saying that you can't be an owner of a dad. I'm not saying that you can't have those things.
Yeah.
But as a woman, we still have a place. Everybody has their place. And we've gotten out of our place when we make that statement.
Yeah. That's
You
huge.
know, I don't need. So that's the tip that maybe they need to take off.
Go ahead. You want to say something?
I just think that we have gotten away from, like she said.
Thank you, Auntie, so much for calling.
When Auntie
We appreciate
said,
you.
She said we've gotten away from that,
Uh-huh.
and I think a lot of women have. We have
Yeah.
gotten away from that. We have gotten away from just being ladies.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, I'm done with the
Seriously.
bad bitch era. I'm just done with
Who
that.
doing it?
I'm off that. I just think I'm just
Yeah.
I'm flourishing in my femininity.
That's so good. Oh, we need some more of that. Okay.
I'm 100% lady, 100% woman.
That's good. He talking about Lord have mercy. No, that's good. Like as we come into Women's Month, we want to do a better job at encouraging our sisters, at holding each other accountable, loving on each other. You know what I'm saying? If you see something wrong, we not in competition. None of us in
Building each other
competition.
up.
We are in our own spaces, doing our own things, trying to live this life to the best of our abilities. What we don't want to do is look at somebody else and say, I'm against you, or I want what you have. It's a sin to covet somebody else's
Yeah,
stuff.
we don't have that energy.
I don't want nothing nobody has at all.
What's for me is for me.
And that's it. And so we got to be mindful of that.
We do.
And so we have a few people watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you from on Facebook, YouTube. If you're just joining us, we're talking about strong women taking the cape off, okay? Putting it down, because I'm sick of it. Shamika Starlin say, hey, Keena.
Hey.
Eric Johnson say, I'm at the gym watching y'all.
Hey.
Leon Johnson say, hey, ladies. Anthony Simmons, he put the hearts up. And so, I got something for the fellas, too. I want you guys to, chime in as well on how it makes you feel to deal with this type of energy, to deal with a woman the first time you say something, she bring up everything she does. How does that make you feel? Do it take away from her value? Does it make you feel less of a man? And so I do have a clip that I want to show. You can play either one of them. It's good. And, we're going to talk about that too. Women have fought for equality so long. I believe we lost our way a little bit. We have. We've been fighting, honey, to get a stands, and now we there, and we trying to just take over the world, Craig.
Just because she can lead also don't mean you can't. Just because she is strong also don't mean you aren't. Just because she can handle her own business, pay for, provide if needed to, don't mean you can't. Her strength is not an indictment on yours. If anything, that is your partner. It is an addition to yours. But yet and still, what you would rather do is find somebody that's without because it makes you feel more of a man. It makes you feel more of a man when someone is weak. That's what they mean by men are intimidated by strong women. It's not a fear. I don't think you fear her in a sense of physically fearing her, but I think your masculinity does.
So that was to the men, right? And I agree with it, which is why I posted it. How you feel about that post?
I agree. I seen it. His delivery is hilarious to me.
His delivery is extra theatrical.
But it is. But I do agree. Because a lot of strong women, we get the, a man will be intimidated by you, but a man that has it together, he won't be.
He won't. And he'll see that.
And some men are insecure or, they don't want to step to a woman that they know that has it going on because they may have some things that they're lacking.
Yes.
And I would recommend that you get yourself together before you step to that woman.
Okay.
Because a lot of women we're tired of Build-A-Bears. We're tired of that. And it's always, she wants you when you're down. But how many men look out?
How long you got to do?
I just feel like if I wasn't in a position, if I don't have myself together, I'll tell somebody like, look, I'm working on me, or I got some things that I'm doing, so I'm not really into dating. I would tell somebody that if they still choose to deal with me, that's their choice.
After you've already put it out there.
But that's what I think that men should do as well.
Okay.
You don't have to be insecure, but you have to be open and you have to communicate.
Yeah, for sure. So when I think about building, like a Build-A-Bear, I just feel like everybody is in different places on their journey, and where I am mentally or my goals may not be where his goals is, but the way he treat me may line up with how I need to be treated with where I am. But somebody who goes and money and everything else add up where mine is, he don't have the emotional capacity
to deal with
a strong woman or a woman that has her things together. So we got to be very careful when we're looking at these outer, appearances or these things that people have. I've never been the type to look at anybody's clothes.
Never.
Your clothes, your car.
Never.
None of that. This guy told me today, and I told him to call in. I told him to call in. I said, call in, brother, about 6:30. What time is it? Okay, he late. He told me he took a woman on a date, and she looked at when he reached over to grab money out his pocket. And after that, he didn't want to talk to her no more. So he was paying for something, and he did like this to reach, and she looked, and he said, I was done with her after that. What?
I wouldn't even have paid attention.
Really?
Go ahead and pay, baby. Let me. Oh, this decoration is so nice in here. Oh, this is nice.
Like with me, I wouldn't do it, of course. Exactly. Like for what? Yeah. But I don't know if she could have did it as a joke. Like, okay, I don't know. But to say like after that you done.
I mean, what was she looking for? Who still carries a whole wad of money? Like, oh yeah, let me. Oh,
somebody ain't got no debit card.
Girl, that's so played out. Stop
Listen,
it.
You know what is played out. But when you think about this, I believe that it's been strategic when it comes to the women, the man and a woman relationship. It's been strategic to have us literally take over and to diminish our men.
That's sad.
We literally, a lot of stuff that we can't get if we have a man. If you go back in the day, people was on welfare. People had housing, different things like that. You cannot have a man.
Yep.
You can't have a man in the house. And if you do, it's going to take away from your benefits. So what they do, they pick the benefits. They pick the welfare. They pick the housing. And so that was strategic.
And didn't give the men the jobs.
Yeah.
A lot of the men didn't have jobs.
Exactly.
Give us the jobs.
Exactly.
So we working. We got, we was banging for a minute.
I was $19 a month.
I just feel like it was kind of strategic, which kind of created this strong woman.
Yeah, it did. I just
Strong
think that
woman.
for relationships to flourish, I really think that the man and the woman need to be equally yoked.
Okay.
There needs
So,
to be.
as far as
I
what?
just think
Spiritually, financially.
we
Because
have
I
to
don't think
have
it'll
a
ever be
lot of.
even.
It will probably never be even.
Yeah.
But there has to be some type of median
Mm-hmm.
somewhere
Yeah.
for you and him to align with whatever ways that you like to live or any
Okay.
things like that. I feel like it
So
should
like
be.
it got to be some type of leveling where it stay the same, like close together. You would
just
say.
compatibility.
Okay.
I can't just date you because you're a good look. Some people say, "Oh, I got somebody I want you to meet. Oh, I got somebody to be perfect for you."
So are you
just
single?
because he handsome? Yeah, I'm single.
Okay.
I know, but I said this is gonna
The
be the
way you
last year of
just
that.
did
I do
that,
not
though.
want to be single. I don't.
Look right there.
I do not
He
want to be
said,
single. Keena Johnson does not
Period.
want to be single.
And you need somebody to come and be correct, not be intimidated by what you got going on, but be able to look through that and love you for the person that you are. And that's what a lot of strong women want.
True.
It's like you look and it's like, oh, you got a lot going on. Yeah, I got a lot going on, but guess what? We make time for what we want to make time
We
for.
do.
And so, if
And
you're
then a lot of
doing,
men too. Don't come to a woman talking about.
Tell 'em, right there.
Don't come to a woman like, I got to, I got to do this, and I got to, my carburetor. We don't want to hear that.
what?
My carburetor down, and my, somebody just stole my, what's the thing under the car?
The catalytic converter.
Somebody just stole my Cadillac converter. I'm in between two jobs. We don't want to hear that. Women do not want to hear problems like that.
Problems, because
I
it's
really-
almost
I
like
think
now I
it's a
gotta help
turn-off.
you.
Yes.
Well, that's naturally we want to help.
No, I don't.
You like, you don't know about that? I'm just saying, like,
didn't.
naturally,
Been there, done that.
any type of woman, that's how they get themselves in that situation.
They do.
Because you want to help. So if you come in with all your baggage, but guess what? Women do the same thing.
They do. They do.
They come talking about their bills and their lights and all this kind of stuff. We do. Where do that even? Where is that at? Where people supposed to pay your bills and their bills? When did that happen? Like, what happened to just getting to know somebody?
Yeah, and then social media, I think, has made it so bad. We have so many not podcasts, but like little shows on Instagram or Facebook that tell you this is the type of man you should be with. This is the type of woman, and you don't want to date a man like this, and you don't want to date a woman like this.
Right.
To where people don't know, they don't even know what they like anymore.
They don't.
They don't. They're going off of whatever's
influenced.
on social media.
They're influenced to
they're influenced to where they don't.
It's blinding.
Oh no, she looked like this. She must be this. He looked like this. He must be that. People don't even have their own brain anymore. It's
That's
crazy.
Real. That's real. But it's all strategic. Guess what? Because once you get out of living in this time space reality, reading books, breathing air, going walking and looking at trees and birds and separating from this mess, you're going to get sucked right on in there. Mm-hmm. Right on in there. This madness with this strong woman, we are breaking down our men. Just because you have what you have, do not mean you have to belittle a man that's in your life. You don't.
You got to build them up. You have to build. And it depends on, like, some women didn't see that. Like, I saw my mother love on my father. I saw my mother love on her husband.
Okay. That's
so
huge.
I saw that growing up. I saw love growing up. So
Yeah, I
that's
see that.
how, that's what I saw. Some women never saw a man in their household love
being able
properly.
to loving on a woman,
They never
taking
saw
care
that.
of a woman, or working together.
Yep.
What we're dealing with is a lot of people with fatherless homes.
True.
It's more rebellious children that have turned adults, and less respect for our men.
I agree.
And that's just the fact. There's no respect. We look at them like, boy, gone. What?
And you have to, okay, this is a situation I had the other day. I don't know if my girlfriend is on here or not, but I'm about to bring it up.
Shamika say equally yoked is key. Anthony Simmons say build a bear. He laughing. Hey, cousin, men don't want to hear that either. Okay.
Yeah, he's right. So my thing is, okay, I don't know if my girl is on here, but we were out.
Okay.
And she took a picture and posted it on social media. Her fiance did not like it because I think he felt it was maybe a little too provocative.
Okay, what she had on?
Yes.
Okay.
So he asked that she take it down, and she kind of was like, when you met me, I was sexy. I said, this is your fiance that you're about to
I'm
marry.
taking it down.
It wouldn't be, I wouldn't even have thought twice.
About taking that picture down.
Down.
It would have been another one of a selfie, like at that point.
Yes, it would have been. I wouldn't even. It's nothing to negotiate.
But it's a struggle. It's a transition. So you gotta be mindful, and it's for men. The men that are watching, you have to be mindful of the woman that you're dealing with.
True.
Vice versa. Nothing's gonna happen overnight. So if you see this woman and you like, oh yeah, nah, that's a good one. I can work with her, whatever. Now, if you choose to do that, do not come with
Try
a
to
harsh
change.
hand.
Yeah.
You come with a harsh hand, you're gonna lose her. I'm telling you right now. You're gonna have to ease on into that, especially if it's been a strong woman dealing with this type of demeanor and everything, and you have softened her up, she have opened up to you. You're gonna have to move with caution. That's what I'll say. Move with caution. You can't come kick the door down and be like, boom, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. People that have tried that with me, no longer in my space. Because you don't have to change me. But I will respect
Right.
if I'm doing something that will be a bad reflection on both of us.
That's right.
And somebody wearing something provocative, that's a reflection on
It
both of us,
is.
because I don't want your mans to be looking at me crazy.
True.
So I would take that down.
Yeah.
But I would say, men, just be cautious of the women that you're dealing with, and understand, be easy with her, but you can be a little firm too, because we need it. So
We do.
I want you to say it.
We do.
A lot of times, just saying what it is and not being rude.
And that's why it's good to have good girlfriends, like we just talked
Yeah.
about, because
Hold you accountable.
Yeah, hold you accountable. Because I could have said, "Girl, no, forget that."
Yep.
No, I'm like, no, baby, that's your fiance.
Take it
Take
down.
it down. Take
So,
it down, please.
When you think about a strong woman, so in the dictionary, it says a mentally strong woman believes in the power of kindness. They take care of themselves as well as the loved ones. They take care. Mentally strong women are considered.
You start talking.
Oh yeah, just keep on. So it's just thinking. So what I was saying was, I was that strong woman. So can you
I
think
can
about?
understand what you said. Like, I lost my mother when I was 19. Okay.
Okay.
So
over there.
I was that strong woman as well at a young age. So I could never fall back. I always had to be on my business too, as well. Like you said, you saw your mother, and
I seen her
always
getting it.
had to take care of business too, because I lost my mother at a young age. So I was very cautious with love. I was
Okay.
very cautious, in relationships.
Opening it up.
Yes. However, I was very codependent as well. I developed codependency, so when I would break up with somebody, it
Okay.
would be devastating.
Oh yeah,
And
that's huge.
It's very huge.
Yeah.
So I learned that that was very hard for me. So for a long period of my adult life in my 20s, I really didn't date because I didn't want to give
You
that
ain't
love
want that.
because I didn't want to
Yeah.
have that attachment, and I'm still
it's like a ripping away.
it is, and I just realized
Okay.
what I was going through all those years ago. So I'm just now getting better at that at
Yeah.
the age that I am now.
Yeah.
So when people talk about you
That's
too
good.
old to be going through that, or you too old. No,
you're
it's
not.
your life experiences.
Yes.
Some people still have their mothers at 35 and 45 years old that they can go and talk to, or they don't. They never had any
Have
type
some
of
support.
Yeah, they never had any. That's traumatizing. You
It
know,
is.
it wasn't like, you know, my mother was sick in the hospital. My mother passed away on my bed at my apartment when I was 19,
Oh,
like
wow.
right in my face.
Oh, wow.
So it was,
That's traumatic.
yeah, it's very traumatic. So a lot of people don't know that and they don't understand. So I
Yeah.
developed codependency, but I had to realize,
You
and,
had
know,
to
a lot
keep
of
going
times,
through it until you figured it out.
yes, and a lot of times women need to figure out them, what they go through and who they are, and that because once you heal and you learn who you are, you're
Ooh-wee.
able to move better. That's why I said my
Baby.
next relationship will be, they'll get the best of me because I know
Ooh,
me
come on
100%.
here.
I know me 100%. My next relationship will be the best.
Yeah, that's
But
what's up.
Going through trials.
Yeah, you can give her some. Give her some on that,
Going
honey.
through trials, and
I had
it
to
doesn't
learn
have
some
nothing to
stuff.
do with your age.
Yeah.
You have people that are 50
It's
years
your
old
understanding.
that never been through things because they just never been through it.
Yeah, but they
You
don't.
know?
They don't get to doing that self work. You gotta do
You
the
have
work.
to.
You gotta sit back and think about your life, and
Yes,
if
you
you
do.
went through trauma, and deal with undealt with abuse. Right?
Mm-hmm.
People use that as a launching pad, and we're talking about strong women, and we're saying take the cape off.
Take the cape
Enough already.
Take it off.
Just listen. You can be all that in a bag of chips, and your man can too.
Sure
Okay,
can.
in his own right. But don't just take this cape off and stop speaking this damnation over your life. I never find a man. Ain't no good men out here.
It
ain't
is.
no this and ain't no that. What do you want?
Yep.
Whatever you want is what you speaking, and that will be your reality whether you know it or not.
Yep.
And I need people to understand their power. When it comes to, I knew that was gonna happen. I thought that. I said
Negative.
that, and you don't even know.
Pessimistic
You're-
mentality.
Yeah, and you're shaping it though.
Yep.
You're shaping it because you're powerful. That's just like getting pulled over and going to jail, and you can say, "Well, I didn't know that was against the law." Well, you have power. You have a God in you. You have a Holy Spirit that leads you and guides you
better
and
know
waits
it.
for you. You have angels around you constantly. So the fact that you don't know that, you're still going to get charged for it. So that's something that we all need to know. It don't matter. You sitting there speaking all this foolishness, wondering why your life in shambles. Because you're speaking it.
Yeah.
So we got to deal with this undealt with trauma, deal with this unhealed abuse, and take this mask off.
Yes.
Okay?
I agree.
Take the mask off.
And there's
enough.
nothing wrong with being a damsel in distress.
You know what? I
Look, that's
I
hard for
fought
you.
it.
You kind of like, what
I'm
you saying?
cringing.
Oh, you cringing. I seen you. You turning
I
in
was
your
like,
seat.
ugh.
No, oh, baby, help me.
I
I
hated
hate
that
this.
because-
it's okay.
Only because
Men
women-
like to do for you.
They do, but I don't feel like you have to act that way. Like women do it to use men.
No, I'm
and
not
it-
talking about in that way.
Yeah.
I'm talking about even somebody that you deal with. Some
Yeah.
women don't do. They like,
Oh,
I'm
don't
not
allow them at all.
Right.
That's different. Yeah, that's for
Crazy.
sure. Nah, I do
No.
allow. I didn't used
Okay.
to allow.
I can tell.
I used to be like, no, I got it. I'm good. I already
Yeah,
took care of it. Thank
no,
you.
I don't. I don't
Or
have
I
it.
already went down and picked that up and already.
Yep. See, no, you won't.
I stopped.
I don't believe you.
I did. Now, and so I guess in my mind, when you thought about that, when you say the damsel in distress, I seen people literally use men
Yeah,
with
no,
that.
not in a
When they get on the
using way,
phone,
no.
they want to talk about, man, my bill,
No,
my
not
light
that.
bill.
Yeah,
Like,
we know what that is.
You know
That's
what I'm
like
saying?
the like, girl, bye.
But
Especially
I would let
when you
people help me.
already, and you already have your stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know, men know women that work every day as
They
opposed
do.
to a woman
That's true.
just got their hand out and sitting at home all day. They know the difference.
Watching
trust
the
me.
stories.
Yes, I got 2 older brothers. Trust me.
And watching the stories.
Yeah.
We want to give a shout out to everybody who's watching. Shay Anderson say we don't want needy. We don't want to fix your credit, fix your kids, or fix your house. I saw a team. Anthony put hearts. Siobhan Cornley, she said, well said, ladies. And shout out to Podcastic, everybody that's watching on Podcastic as well. Shout out to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you watch it from. Shout out. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. We want our women to be successful. We want them not only to be strong, but to be happy, to be healed, to be whole. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of people walking around, man, and they messed up.
Yes, and happiness is a gift that you give to yourself.
Yes.
Do not depend on anybody for your own happiness. Happiness is a gift that you give to yourself.
Yeah, that's true. And a strong woman, when we saying take the cape off, being a strong woman affects our relationships. It affects our friendships sometimes, because a lot of women, and it's granted, right? You don't want to tell what's going on because people will talk. They'll tell your business and, you know, all kind of stuff. But you do want to have some people you can trust. Yeah. And again, you talked about that earlier, people that can hold you accountable. You want those type of people around you. You want those type of women that know there is no competition. I appreciate you in your space, sis. I love you in your space,
competition is at the bottom, baby. No, we at the top. We don't compete at the top.
That part.
We collaborate and we build each other and we help each other.
Yeah. And for those women who feel like I don't want no man, just make sure that's coming from a healthy place.
It's probably not.
Make sure flat out.
Because I used to be like that when I was bitter. And once I healed, my whole mentality is different. Yeah. The way I think, you know, even the way I speak, it comes off different.
Because out of the heart, you know, the word talks about that now. Out of the heart, the mouth speaks. Yeah. And so you got to be careful saying one thing and doing something else.
And even when I healed, even some social media pages, unfollow.
Delete.
Delete. I don't need to
because
see that.
it keep playing in your consciousness. You got to be careful with
I don't need to be fed that. Yeah. I won't read certain things. I won't look at certain things.
Protecting yourself.
Yes, I protect my energy.
That's so good. Strong women, protect yourself. But take the cape off, okay?
Take the cape off.
Let's just be ladies out here. Let's sit pretty and not be fake about it. It's such a beautiful space to be in. And we miss out, you know, when we don't. And I understand people take advantage, which is why we have mask up, which is why we have these stipulations and we got a long list of all the things a man's supposed to do before he even... But, sis, you know, do your own inventory. Are you good? Are you making sure you good? Your house, your car, your kids, your life, your work life, your home life, you know, your mental space. Are you good?
Yeah. Because you find a lot of women that are so consumed with a man or thinking about a man, and they got a ton of things that they could be working on with themselves.
Yes.
You've been talking about that food for 10 years. And you ain't got up and done nothing about it, but you talk about that man every day.
Yes.
And when we say strong women, we're talking about strong as far as strong mentally. Yes. You know, you're healing. You're strong. You're healed. You allow yourself to be vulnerable, but smart about it. Yes. Not strong as I don't need not that type of strong.
Yeah, that's not a good
turn off.
It is.
We're talking about strong in who you are, so that when that man does come, you can love on that man.
Oh,
you can love on that man.
Okay,
you strong, honey. When you strong and nothing, girl.
Just love on them. That's all we should have to give, man. But you can't pour out of an empty cup.
You sure can.
So make sure you got that love.
Because I tried before and it does not work.
It don't. You be pulling from your toenail. You be pulling dry. You be dry in the mug, like, drained.
You cannot.
You be drained.
Yes.
Ain't nobody got time for that. So make sure you constantly feeding yourself.
Yes.
Feed your mind. Feed your spirit.
I agree.
Keep people around you that's gonna bring them good vibes, man. I don't have time for it. Oh yeah, we got another video real quick. So yeah, I did want to end on this. We got 5 minutes. So go ahead and play this clip real quick.
You don't think that woman is tired, bro? You don't think that woman is tired of having to make all the decisions in her life? You don't think that woman is tired of having to be the man in her relationship? You don't think that woman is tired of having to carry the weight of everybody around her, from her man to her friends to her family? You don't think that woman would willingly give all that away if she could find a man who was capable enough to handle it? A man that's going to come in there and be a grown man, who's going to do what he says he's going to do, who's going to be consistent, who's going to take care of mentally, spiritually, emotionally, to where she could just take that much-needed break and relax and be the feminine woman that she was naturally born to be. You don't think she want that? If the answer to any of those questions is no, y'all have no idea how women think or operate.
That was it right there.
Listen, okay? That video, when I heard that, just because she's a strong woman, don't mean she don't want those things. And don't believe what you hear about strong women. Again, it can be a facade, but you can break through it if you see something that you value in that woman. Every woman ain't replaceable. That's what y'all better know. So, if you get a woman and you see something, don't fumble. That's all I'm gonna say. Just don't fumble. And women, stop fumbling
good
yourself.
women every day, B.
Listen, women, stop fumbling these men.
I fumbled a good one before. I have in my day because I wasn't healed. I wasn't ready because ladies, let me give you some advice. Make sure you're fully healed from one person before you try to go to the next.
That's huge. Oh,
that is very, very
God,
huge.
why do we
because
do that?
you will fumble. You're gonna fumble somebody good with all that toxicity.
Yep, that you got from the last one. You did.
Okay. Girl.
What's her name? Fit said, "Hey, Keena, Carlos from DC."
Hey.
What's up, Bumblebee? The Cut 2009. Mr. B, I see you. Shamika, great conversation, ladies. That's what's up. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. We are wrapping up. We got 2 minutes. And what I want to talk about, the last thing that I want to say, I'm going to go ahead and let you take a minute to give these strong women your last bit of advice before we end.
If I could give you some advice, ladies, I would make sure that you are responsible for your own happiness.
Yeah.
Do not depend on anyone to make you happy. Do some healing. Do some inside work. Learn who you are.
Yes.
Love who you are.
Yes.
Start working on you.
That's
whether
good.
it be mentally, whether it be physically, or spiritually, even financially. Work on anything that you need to do to better you. The better you are, the better you attract. The better you are here mentally, you're not going to deal with anything.
Period.
So get you together.
Okay, you better get her some. We want to thank Keena Johnson for coming and showing up. Look, we had a little technical difficulties, but the show must go on, okay?
Must go on.
And what I want to leave you guys with is make sure you're focusing on your purpose. Sometimes simplify your life. Do some small things. Go for a walk. Chill. Go break some bread with somebody at Panera. Like, everything ain't got to be so deep and so extra. Give thanks. Constantly give gratitude.